If you've been keeping up with drone news, you probably know that DJI dominates the market with a whopping 70% global share. But with legal restrictions looming and potential bans in the US by the end of 2025, many drone enthusiasts and professionals are starting to look elsewhere. Thankfully, DJI isn't the only player in town. Whether you're a professional pilot, a beginner, or just someone looking for an alternative, there are plenty of solid options. So today, we're breaking down 5 of the best DJI alternative drones you can buy right now, covering different budgets and use cases. Let's get into it. Alright, first up, let's talk about Autel. Now yeah, it's another Chinese brand, but here's the catch. It's not DJI. That means it hasn't been hit with nearly as many bans. So if you need a solid professional drone but don't want to or can't go with DJI, Autel is one of your best bets. Their Evo Max 4T is a powerhouse, but let's be real, it's not for your average weekend flyer. This thing is built for professionals in public safety, industrial inspections, mapping, and search and rescue. Unlike DJI, which focuses a lot on consumer drones, Autel is designing next-gen workhorses for serious jobs. The dual-camera setup is what really makes it stand out. You get a high-quality optical camera plus a thermal camera, which is a game-changer if your job involves aerial surveillance, security, or any kind of thermal imaging. And while this drone isn't exactly made for cinematography, it still snaps 50-megapixel stills. So if you need sharp, high-detail images, this thing delivers. If you're looking for a tough, reliable, professional-grade drone with strong software and flight planning features, Autel is hands down one of the best non-DJI brands to check out. Next up, we've got the Potensic Atom 2. Now, if you're just getting into drones and don't want to drop a fortune, this one's a no-brainer. Potensic has been around for a while, and they're known for making budget-friendly drones that still pack some serious features. The Atom 2 is basically their answer to the DJI Mini 4, and honestly, it's a pretty solid alternative. For starters, it records gimbal-stabilized 8K video with an option for 4K HDR output for better colors and details. That alone makes it one of the best entry-level drones on the market. But what really makes it stand out is the AI subject tracking, which means you can lock onto a person, car, or object, and the drone will follow it automatically. That's perfect for content creators who want smooth, cinematic shots without having to manually adjust the camera. For still photos, you're looking at 48-megapixel resolution thanks to its 12-megapixel half-inch Sony CMOS sensor and f1.8 lens. It takes surprisingly sharp images for a budget drone. And Potensic has even promised a firmware update that'll bring log video recording, which is a huge deal for anyone serious about editing their footage. Usability-wise, it's super beginner-friendly. The 120-millisecond low-latency live view, 10-kilometer transmission range, and strong stabilization make it smooth and easy to fly. And since it's under 250 grams, you likely won't have to register it, which makes things even easier for new pilots. So if you've been eyeing a DJI Mini but want a solid alternative that doesn't come with potential legal headaches, the Potensic Atom 2 is a great pick. If you're on the hunt for a drone that's actually American-made, then XO Blackhawk 3 Pro is where it's at. Now, full transparency, XO used to work with the Chinese brand Hubsan, but they were recently bought by an American company called OpenStore, and now they're pushing themselves as a non-Chinese alternative to DJI. One of the biggest things that makes the Blackhawk 3 Pro stand out is its ridiculous 53-minute battery life. Seriously, that's almost 20 minutes longer than the DJI Mini 4 Pro, which maxes out at 34 minutes. As for video, you're getting a 4K camera with a 1x1.3-inch CMOS sensor, so the colors look vibrant, the details are sharp, and the low-light performance is solid. Speaking of low-light shooting, this drone is one of the best in its class. Great if you like filming at sunset or in tricky lighting conditions. Flight range? 9+ miles on a single charge. That's way farther than most consumer drones. And if you're worried about flying it, don't be. The XO app and controller are super user-friendly, so even if you're new to drones, you'll have no problem getting the hang of it. XO is marketing itself as a more budget-friendly alternative to DJI, so while it might not have every single high-end feature, it's still one of the best American-owned drones you can get. If you're into filmmaking, vlogging, or just want an awesome drone for social media content, then the FlightElf Cinemaster 2 Pro is the one you should be looking at. This drone is built for cinematic shots. It records 4K HDR video, takes 48 megapixel stills, and has AI object tracking, so it locks onto a subject and follows it seamlessly. That's perfect if you're filming action shots, travel vlogs, or high-quality Instagram reels. A big bonus is its night mode, which is actually really good. A lot of drones struggle in low light, but this one has an advanced noise reduction system that keeps nighttime footage clean and clear. It also comes with forward and backward obstacle avoidance. So if you're new to drones and don't want to accidentally crash into a tree or a building, this will save you a lot of stress. And with a 5-mile transmission range and 36 miles per hour wind resistance, you're getting a drone that can handle a variety of shooting environments. The Cinemaster 2 Pro is fully FAA compliant, has GPS tracking, auto return to home, and dual satellite connection, so it's as reliable as it is powerful. Bottom line? If you want cinematic quality footage without the DJI price tag, this is a good option. Last but definitely not least, we've got the Dragonfly Apex, and this thing is an absolute tank of a drone. Dragonfly is a North American company that's been making tactical drones for years. The Apex is built specifically for law enforcement, military operations, and industrial inspections. What makes it special? 45 minutes of flight time, a 5-pound payload capacity, and NVIDIA-powered onboard AI computing for real-time data processing. That means it can handle advanced surveillance, search and rescue, and mapping missions without breaking a sweat. The Apex also comes with military-grade communication systems, including COFDM and multi-channel connectivity, so even if you're flying in a high-interference area, your signal stays strong. Now, obviously, this isn't a casual drone for weekend flights, but if you need a professional, heavy-duty, American-made alternative to DJI enterprise drones, Dragonfly Apex is one of the best options out there. While DJI dominates the drone market, its future in the US is uncertain. Thankfully, alternatives like Autel, Potensic, Exodrones, FlightElf, and Dragonfly provide excellent options across various categories. Whether you need a beginner-friendly drone, a high-end camera drone, or an enterprise solution, these 5 brands offer solid alternatives that keep you flying, no matter what happens with DJI.